Now, millennials are maligned or misunderstood depending on how you see it. So hopefully the recent survey done by the Straits Times and Singapore University of Social Sciences with 19-plus-year-olds in Singapore has helped to make this last cohort of millennials more understood. I have here with me Sandra Devi. She is the Senior Education Correspondent to talk more about the survey. Now, Sandra, so for those who have not read the survey, can you just sum it for us in a nutshell?
Okay, so they were of 19-year-olds were born in 1999, so they will be going on to 20 years old this year, if they are not already. We surveyed just over 1,000 of them, and there's some things that are interesting about this particular age group. They belong to a generation that's shaped by smartphone, the web, and of course social media. So one of the things that we did ask them about was their use of phones, how much they use their phones, what they use it for, as well as the various forms of social media that they get onto. Most of them go on to post-secondary education in Singapore, so naturally we asked them about their education aspirations, whether they intended to go to university, and if they feel they need a degree, what is it for? Then we also polled them on a range of political, social issues, everything from 377A, the law that criminalizes gay sex, to whether race of PM should matter, and whether they preferred a more consultative or paternalistic government. So it was a very interesting survey. We got responses that gave us a window into what this generation is all about, basically who they are and what they want. Yeah.
And that was the reason why, because not many people, or maybe a lot of people have misconceptions about millennials. So is that why the survey was done?
Yes, well, there are a lot of generalizations made about
Maybe
millennials, right?
To say.
Yeah, and it's about a very wide range of them in this whole age group, right? 20 years spanning. But we wanted to do a survey, a proper survey, because even within this 19-year-old group, there are a lot of subgroups, you know, and their views and their aspirations vary according to the kind of educational background they have, whether they are from a different kind of socioeconomic background. So we wanted a more nuanced understanding of this generation, not just, you know, something that's put out by marketeers and these snap polls, you know. Yeah.
Definitely. So the classification of millennial is not easy or simple. So as it is, there's already a 20-year age gap, right, between the first cohort and last cohort of the millennial. So these people would be between about 19-plus-year-old to 39-plus-years old this year. And here's a snippet of a video that we did on millennials of different ages. We put them on the spot with some tricky questions. Take a look.
Probably Instagram first. I don't know, I've never given my number. I'm a bit scared. Phone numbers.
What? Who does that anymore? What if the person's very needy and then like calls you all the time?
Pay my bills, pay all my credit card bills. That's what old people do.
I don't have that much bills to worry about now. So I think I use Facebook the most. Still use Twitter. Facebook is where I find all the older people like my mom and my dad and everyone else.
There you have it. Now for the full video, you can log on to straitstimes.com. We also did another video where we had 19-plus-year-olds react to some of the survey findings. You can also view that on the website. Now, Sandra, you're no stranger to the younger generation because of the topics you cover. You are, after all, a senior education correspondent. But I'm sure there were some findings that surprised even you.
Oh, definitely. We asked quite a few questions on their educational aspirations. Now, I know a lot of young people out there want a degree, but I was surprised by the huge percentage who wanted it. It was almost all of them wanted a degree. So when we posed that question, whether you want a degree, 27% said they already had a place in the university, already starting university, but of the rest, 91% of them wanted a degree. Yeah, so that kind of surprised me because I didn't think it would be that high.
So what number were you actually expecting?
maybe 70%, because I thought young people don't necessarily see the degree route as the only route, but
And once again, where did this perception of them come from before you did the survey?
Oh, I guess from interacting with young people in my beat, I talk to poly and JC students all the time for the stories that I do. So yes, I mean, I knew that, but with Skills Future and everything, I thought some of them were looking at alternative routes, but well, apparently not. I was wrong. The other thing that surprised me was with regards to streaming and exams. Now, I've heard complaints about streaming and exams from them all the time.
Yes, and we did a video about this actually a few months ago, right? When
yeah, that's right, when MOE did away with it. Now, what was surprising was that when young people were asked, do you think streaming into normal, special, normal, express streams was appropriate, surprisingly, more than 70% supported it. But when you look at the differences in terms of the different groups, what came true was that those who have been advantaged by the streaming system or who came out through it well tend to think it was more appropriate than those who say went to the polys and ITE. So
that
there
kind
were
of makes
differences
sense
there.
because when we were doing that video on the streaming, it was actually those who were affected negatively by streaming with negative experiences. They were the ones who were in favor of abolishing it.
Yeah,
So that kind of adds up, yeah?
same thing with exams, over 80% said that PSLE was really stressful, right? But then when it came to, should we continue the PSLE then? More than 70% said, yes, we should continue the PSLE. We did do focus group discussions, and we got where we delved further to understand some of the findings. And what was interesting was that, or what came true was that a lot of them felt that their parents were more stressed out about exams, especially the PSLE. It wasn't so much them, and started talking to them about PSLE and the importance of doing PSLE, well, started from like primary 3 onwards.
I would think primary 4 is early, but primary 3 is actually the starting.
So yeah, it looks like the parents are the ones who pass on all the stress to the kids, and anxiety about exams. Yeah, so that was surprising. I was also surprised at how pragmatic this age group was as a whole.
Why is it because they are young, so therefore they tend to be a bit more
you
free-spirited?
kind of expect them to be a bit more free-spirited and idealistic or something, But for example, we asked them, do you think there's a need for a fake news law? Because there's a huge debate going on about it, right? But surprisingly, again, a very large percentage, the majority supported having a fake news law, considering they're all on social media at this age group, right? Even when it comes to their educational aspirations, it's all very pragmatic, So yeah, that surprised me somewhat, actually. And they all want to get married and have kids, which again you think, maybe these norms are changing, but no, they're quite traditional in their views with regards to marriage and kids. Yeah.
So one thing that surprised me was that a 39-year-old will also be considered a millennial.
Yes.
Because when I spoke to a few of those who were in their mid-30s,
yes,
they were like, what? I'm not a millennial, don't bunch me in with them. But you know what? Actually, they might have more in common than they think with each other, right? So thank you so much, Sandra. And this Thursday on the Straits Times Weekly Show, Hang Out with ST, there'll be 2 youths. I don't think you saw it in the video. One of them will be coming on the show with a sociologist. They'll come on the show to talk about topics that matter the most to millennials, right? So you can catch Hang Out with ST right here every Thursday at 8 p.m. I'll be there, so see you this Thursday, okay? Now, and there we have it, our top stories for today. For more news and videos, do head on to straitstimes.com. Once again, I'm Melissa. Join us again, same time, same place, for the big story.